I borrowed my friend's cosmetology book, and there's something wrong in here. So you may or may not know this, cosmetology doesn't actually focus on the hair loss aspect. That's why trichology came into place. And let me show you something wrong. Let me show you. It says here that scalp massages is a myth for hair growth. So it looks like this book was actually printed in 2002. And so the myth supposedly is that scalp massages increases hair growth. Supposedly that's not true. And then that the fact is that there is no evidence that any type of stimulation increases hair growth, and only minoxidil can do that. Wrong. I know social media, we hear things, but we have heard how scalp massages actually does increase blood flow, which blood flow increases growth. And there's a study around it. So this study was in Japan, and it talks about how 9 healthy men received 4 minutes scalp massages for 24 weeks, and the total number of hair and thickness was evaluated and obviously increased. And there's multiple studies that way. The reason why a lot of people, including those books, say that minoxidil is the only way for hair growth is because that's the only FDA approved way, but it's not the actual only way. So there are multiple studies that talk about how topical caffeine helps increase the blood flow. Obviously, that means longer, stronger hair. It also blocks DHT, which, if you don't know, that's the hormone that causes hair loss. It stimulates your follicles. And just like minoxidil, it increases blood flow. The caffeine does. So remember I was telling you, I know I'm getting long-winded, but remember I was telling you that the book was published in 2002, and in 2007 there was a study that showed that caffeine stimulates the actual hair shaft. So long story short, the whole point of this entire thing is that I absolutely love trichology and how it's continued to evolve, and there's different studies around products. And no, you don't need to just believe cosmetologist. I have one right here though. She approves this message, by the way, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.